Good morning kids. Today we'll start a new chapter, that is Mountains and Plateaus in India. Here in page number 10 you can see some pictures. The first picture is of Himalayas. You can see that it is covered with snow and ice. The second picture is the picture of Buddha Park. It is a famous tourist destination in Sikkim. The third picture is of the Deccan Plateau found in Maharashtra. And the fourth picture is the people celebrating Ganesh Chaturthi in Maharashtra. We will learn more about the landforms in this chapter. Here there is a question. You have to name the mountain range which is located in the north of India, and you have to name the first person who climbed the highest peak. You have to write the answer in your notebook with proper date. Now, in page number 11, you can see a small diagram. It shows the division of India into two landforms. One is the northern mountains and the other is Deccan Plateau. This mountain range is again divided into three groups, that is the Greater Himalayas, the Middle Himalayas and the Outer Himalaya. The Peninsular Plateau is divided into two groups, that is the Central Highland and the Deccan Plateau. We will learn more about this in this chapter. Our country has different landforms and it is divided into 6 groups, that is first one, Northern Mountain, and you can see it is located on the northern part of India. The second one is the Northern Plains and it is shown in green color. The third is the Thar Desert, which you can see here in the western part of India. Then you have the Peninsular Plateau region. It is represented in orange color. The fifth is the coastal plain, which is shown in this dark green color. Sixth is the islands. Today we will discuss about the northern Himalayas of India. Before that, let's see what is a mountain. This is the picture of a mountain and you can see that mountain is a very high land with a pointed peak. It is the highest landform on earth. You can see it is covered with ice and snow. Now let's discuss about the Himalayas of India. The northern mountains stretch from north, that is from the Jammu and Kashmir, and stretches to the northeastern Arunachal Pradesh. Along its way, it crosses different states. Here it crosses Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim, north part of West Bengal. It reaches Arunachal Pradesh, then it bends towards south and stretch till Mizoram. These northern Himalayas or the northern mountains are known as the Himalayas. These Himalayas are again divided into 3 rows of mountains. The first one is the Greater Himalaya, which is also known as Himadri. Then the second row is known as the Middle Himalaya. It is known as Himachal. The third row of mountain is called the Outer Himalaya or the Shivalik. Now let's see where it is located on the map. This is the map of India and you can see that the first row of mountain, that is the Greater Himalaya, which lies close to the China border. Next to the Greater Himalaya lies the Middle Himalaya. It stretches from north to northeastern part of India. Then lies the lowest ray of mountain, that is the Shivalik mountain. Now we'll discuss about these one by one. First we'll discuss about the Greater Himalayas. As we know that Greater Himalayas are also known as Himadri. It is the northernmost and the highest mountain range. It is always covered with snow and the temperature is extremely cold. Here you can find thick sheets of ice and snow which moves slowly on the land, and these are known as the glaciers. During summers, these glaciers melt and forms river. Famous rivers like Ganga, Yamuna and Brahmaputra originate from these glaciers. You can also find highest mountain peaks in this Himalayan region. As we know, Mount Everest is the highest peak in the world, and you can find this mountain in the Nepal and China border. So, these were some of the features of the Greater Himalayas. Now, we will discuss about the Middle Himalaya. Now, let us see the Middle Himalayas. We also call it Himachal. These mountains are not as high as the Greater Himalayas, and it lies below the Greater Himalayas. It is covered with thick vegetations of pine and deodar, orchards of apple and peaches, and you can see tea plantation in the state of Assam and West Bengal. Here, the people live in small hill towns, and it is a main attraction of tourists during summers. These hills are also famous for its hill stations like Shimla, Mussoorie, Darjeeling and so on. This is the deodar trees. Mainly these are used for construction purpose and for making different types of goods. This is a picture of orchards of apple. This is the famous Manali hill station which is located in Himachal Pradesh. It is also known as the Queen of the Hills. This is the picture of Mussoorie hill station. It is located in Uttarakhand. Next, we will discuss about the Outer Himalayas. It is also known as Shivalik. It is the lowest row of mountain, and the slope of mountains are covered with thick forest where varieties of wild animals are found. Many people live in small villages on these slope of mountain. They cultivate different types of crops like wheat, maize, rice, and fruits like cherries, plum, apples and so on. The famous hills Garo, Jayanti, Kashi and Mizo hills are located here. This is the famous Garo Hills in Meghalaya. This is the Kashi Hills found in Meghalaya. Now, the people of Outer Himalayas does terrace farming. Now, what is terrace farming? It is a type of farming in which cultivation is done in steps. Usually, they do these farmings on the hilly areas. It is done to reduce the soil erosion. Now, there is an activity for you. You have to write all the features of Himadri, Himachal and Shivalik on a chart paper. You can search some more features and make it attractive as much you can. That's all for today. We'll meet in the next class. Thank you.